Hi guys. So today's video is about narcissism and narcissistic people. I just recorded a video and it was like 15 minutes long and I realized my microphone died. And so it caught about 60 seconds and the rest was silent. So hopefully you guys hear me well because I don't have my microphone on today. But anyways, the topic is about narcissistic people and narcissism. And if you have dealt with these kind of people in your life, I'm going to apologize to you right now because I am sorry that you have dealt or have to deal with that, because I wouldn't I wouldn't put that on nobody because these people are very hard to deal with. So let's get into what a narcissist is. So a narcissist is a person that accepts no accountability. I did my last video on no accountability. And so that whole entire video is the traits of a narcissist. That's one of the traits of a narcissist. Another trait of a narcissist is that they are always the victim. Okay, they're always going to paint themselves as the victim because they don't want to own up to their actions and don't want to accept accountability. And so it's much easier for them to play the victimization role and point the finger at everybody else and have no accountability. That's easier for them because a lot of times they've done some really atrocious stuff. Excuse me if I said that wrong. Atrocious, terrible things. Terrible lies, run your name through the mud, lie on you, slander, backstab, all this. They don't want to own up to none of that. So it's easier to just flip the script, paint you as the bad guy, right? So that's another trait. No accountability, victimization. Third trait of a narcissist is egocentrical, okay? Ego, big ego. Everything is about them, right? I guess it's like self-centeredness, I would put with ego. Everything's about them, how they feel. That's it. Everything is about what they think is right, how they're feeling, everything, right? They will completely disregard all your feelings, all your facts, all your knowledge, all your logical reasoning. They will disregard all of that because they already came to conclusion in their head that everything that they think is right, even though it's not 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10. Okay. But they already came to conclusion in their head because they live in these false realities. I guess fourth, are we on 3 or 4? Not sure, but for false realities, right? They paint these false realities and false pictures in their head, and they lie so much that I think they start believing their lies. It's a little bit psychotic, right? It's starting to get pretty crazy. And so they live in these false realities, the false sense of self, false sense of I guess chronological events, like things that they think happen, or it's all about their feelings, going back to number 3, all about their feelings and what they think is right. And so if they already are geared up in their head to misunderstand you because everything that they say is right. And so even though they may listen to you, like, might be quiet when you're talking, they're the stuff that you're saying is going in through one ear and out the other because they already came to conclusion that they're right, and everything you say is not going to get through to them, right? So number 5, narcissistic traits. Let's see. No empathy, no remorse, and no regard for your feelings, or like I said, if it's logical reasoning, anything, like they just disregard it. They don't care because they already came to the conclusion in their head of whatever it is. And so everything else everyone else is saying, even if it's facts, they don't care. It's wrong. They're listening to respond. They're not listening to try to understand you. There's no talking to these people. Don't even try to get in an argument with them. That's going to be trying to hurt your own self. There's no talking to them. There's no reasoning with them. If you try to say any logic, they try to turn it to an argument and then try to get a reaction out of you and then try to flip the script and goes back to victimization trait number 2, right? And so these people are very difficult to deal with. And like I said, I feel really bad if you had to deal with any of these people. I don't know if it was in this video or the other one that didn't get recorded all the way, but I feel bad if you had to deal with these people, because it's been two main narcissists that's been in my life, have or had, and I didn't know that they were narcissists until I got older and wiser and more discernment and stuff like that. And these people, I don't even know if they know that they're narcissists. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, what else? So those are the traits that I have for narcissists. I would liken talking to them unto physically trying to throw yourself at a brick wall, trying to get your physical body through a brick wall without any powers. You're just ramming yourself up against that brick wall, hurting yourself. So don't argue with these people. It's no getting through to them. It's absolutely zero getting through to them. Okay. And now that's not to say that you can't stand up for yourself, because a lot of people think if people are going back and forth a little bit that's arguing. No, you could definitely call people out on their BS. For one, you can definitely stand up for yourself, because like 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, these people have been verbally abusing you for many years, or lots of different things. So good job if you have grown a backbone and learned to stand up to these people and not just letting them talk to you any kind of way or treat you any kind of way just because that's how they are, and you just keep accepting verbal abuse. No. Okay, so sometimes it might look like it's going back and forth, but it's not an argument, because guess what? It's not going to affect you. You're not going to let it affect you. You're going to still go about your day, still be positive and still be happy, and you're going to stand on business. You're not going to let people talk to you any type of way. You're not. So it's okay to stand up for yourself. It's okay to call out the BS, and it's okay to edify people. And oh, there's somebody over there. And it's okay to edify people or clarify events or whatever the case may be. Now that, like I said, that's not going back and forth. That's not considered an argument. An argument is if two people are angry and they're just lashing out back and forth, right? Now, if one person is not angry and the other person is like angry, and this person is just talking calmly, stating the facts, maybe calling out some BS, maybe edifying, that's not considered an argument. Okay, look up the definition of what an argument is if you do think that. So anyways, I'm sorry if you guys have to deal with these narcissistic people. Like I said, I didn't realize what a narcissist even was until I was much older. So if younger people than me, or older people, whoever's viewing this video, and you haven't identified the narcissist in your life, this is a helpful video to help you get through and navigate the situations with these people. Or sometimes you have to cut people off or love people from a distance, really, because it's not good for your own mental health, or it's not good for your own well-being to continuously coddle these people, or make excuses for these people, or have to walk on eggshells around people just because, oh, now you can't be your authentic self and you have to walk on eggshells because of these people's personalities. And they will say, oh, that's just how they are, no. I mean, yeah, they are a narcissist, but you don't have to deal with it. You can keep your arm's length. You can keep your distance. You can love them from a distance if it's like a family member. But you don't want to be around these people too much, because it's really only damaging to you. Like I referenced it to the brick wall. It's really only damaging to you. Okay. You identify this, and then you can call them out on it. I mean, will they accept accountability? No. Okay, but that's okay. But at least you know the truth, and at least they always try to say like, oh, this is my truth and that's your truth. No, there's only one truth. That's it. That's all. And then other versions of reality, false realities, lies, all kind of crap. I know multiple truths. Stop it. Like that's their excuse or whatever, to try to make it seem like again, point all the fingers to you. Lies, right? So very sad that people have to deal with this. I just recently found out that Narcissus was a Greek figure. Actually, he lived in like the 1500s or 1600s, into the 1500s, and he was pretty obsessed with himself. And it's, you know, just like people these days, and it's all about what they think, and they're right, and everything is, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, they're right, they're right, they're right. And when you're right, when you're actually right, and you're trying to point the facts out, and it's still, they still will make you feel like you're wrong. And that you'll like, and then start thinking, you see, it might damage you if you're not so strong. It might damage you because you're like, start thinking like, am I wrong? Like, but no, you don't even think that. Like, you know that you're right. They're the ones that's wrong, and there's the ones that's living in this false reality, right? Yeah, it's pretty tough, but you guess, you know, you got to do you. You don't have to deal with these people, because like I said, it's just hurting you, and this will help you navigate dealing with these people. Like, if you have to see them on a regular basis, keep it cordial. You can still love them from a distance. You don't have to be in their face all the time, because you know what's going to happen, and you know some way or some form they're going to figure out a reason inside regular conversation, their reason how they could get offended and how they could flip the script on you. And you don't have to play these games, because that's also a toxic cycle, right? You don't have to play these games with these people and continue in this cycle with this narcissist, because they want your energy, and they want a reaction out of you. Don't give them your energy. Again, you can stand up for yourself or call out the BS, or edify them with scriptures and stuff like that. At some point in time, you could just be quiet and just leave and not be in that vicinity, because at this point, you already know who they are, and they already showed their true colors, and they already showed that they're not going to change, even though they try to act like they're changing, and try to act like they're becoming a better person. You cannot fool me. You're still the same person, because if you're encountered with another situation that is going to anger you or whatever, you're going to show those same narcissistic qualities. You can't fool me that you're trying to go on a diet or eat healthy or all this stuff. All fine and dandy. I'm all for self-growth and for self love and self-worth and growth and everything like that. But anyways, yeah, these people are narcissists. Get them out your life, and that is going to be part of your growth journey, by cutting these narcissists off. And not just narcissists, negative people, depressed people, people who got high anxiety, like all these different people. You can't be around all these different people, right? You know why? Because those personalities and those spirits they have on them is going to start to rub off on you, and now you'll be depressed, and now you might start exhibiting narcissistic qualities, or you might hurt yourself by trying to get through to them, trying to get through to that narcissist over and over and over again, and it's no getting through to them, right? And the narcissists act like they're normal people, like they don't look like they're I found out narcissism is it's a personality trait. It's called narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder. So it is a disorder, and people really need to seek help. Okay, like they need to take this more serious, like bipolar, schizophrenia. It's crazy, because these people could operate like they're normal, have normal jobs, and act normal in the society and all that stuff, but they are not. They have like something psychologically wrong, to where they can't even reason with people. It's like a communication disorder. I don't even know if it's probably a communication problem, because they can't effectively communicate with anyone if they always think that they're right. How could you communicate effectively with anyone? There's no communication. And so that is the traits of a narcissist. Sorry if you are with one, in a relationship with one. Sorry if one is your family member. Keep them at arm's length, because they want your energy. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. But that's my video today. Love you. Bye.